Hello, my name is Doug, and I'm going to show you a few tricks on how to change a website. And I hope you get to learn a few things about coding and variables and HTML. So this is just a random website, betterexplained.com. It explains some math concepts. You can do this on about any website, although I found the simpler the website, the easier it is to make the changes. So this is Pythagorean theorem as sweeping area. If you click on anything, if you right click, down at the bottom, and this is in Chrome that I'm doing this in, I don't know how it works in other browsers, there's something called inspect. I can right click on this image, it says inspect. I can right click on the text over here, it says inspect. So I'm going to right click on this title, this is Pythagorean theorem as sweeping area, and hit inspect. And then this whole window over to the side, it might show up underneath, it will open up. And this is all of the HTML code that this website uses. And when we change this code, it will change what we see on this website. It doesn't change it permanently, and it only changes on our computer. So it doesn't. You're not going to ruin someone's website by doing this. You can't crash ESPN or something. But after we right click and hit inspect, the code that relates to the thing that we right clicked on, it will be highlighted in blue. And I'm going to right click, and you can click edit as HTML. And when you do that, you can change what it says. So you can change this to Pythagorean theorem as free sushi. Okay, and when you click off of it, then it changes it over here. See? You never knew there was a connection between the Pythagorean theorem and sushi. There are ways to change the sizes of fonts. This H1 here refers to the number one header, like the biggest header. H2 is a little bit smaller, H3 is a little bit smaller. So if you again right click and edit as HTML, you can go down to something smaller. Click off, and yep, look at that, it shrunk. So sometimes there are font sizes, and you can just change the font size. But this one uses headers. So if we right click on the next paragraph, and do edit as HTML, you can see, oops, I lost that. Edit as HTML. You can see this first statement, the Pythagorean theorem is often taken as fact. You could change that if you wanted to. You can delete things. So if you right click on inspect element, then over here when you right click, you can do delete element, and it disappears. Another thing, once you have the code open over here, as you go up and down, it will highlight over on the web page to the left the code that the images and text it's connected to. So, and these little arrows over here, if they're pointing to the right, then they're collapsed. You can click on them, and then it'll show you those. So it'll show you what's in there. I'm going to show you how to change sizes of images. So I right clicked on the image. I'm going to right click, edit as HTML, and this one doesn't say anything about the size. If it did, it'd say width and height. But we can add it in here. After this ALT line, we can write width equals, and then we put a number in pixels, and then we can put height equals and a number in pixels, and those numbers do have to be in quotes. And then if I click off of it, if I did it right. Whoa, look how small that went. Because 50 pixels is not very far, not very much. I tried to make it long and skinny, but it didn't work. I tried to make width 50 and height something large, like 500. It didn't work, and I don't know why. You might explore and figure out what rule the code uses. It might try to keep the image having the same ratios, and so it might take the smaller of the two, or make it as big as possible until it reaches one of those, the first value on the height or the width, and then make it that size. I don't know. You can explore and see. And that's the last thing I'd say is explore, see what other things you can figure out. There is supposedly a way to replace pictures. So if I want to replace this picture, I go to inspect. I haven't been able to get this to work, but here it gives you the source, and you should be able to replace that with a file location and name of a picture that's on your computer. I tried it once or twice and couldn't get it to work, but you might try that and see if you can get that to change. Thanks. Hope you've enjoyed this little video.